is Bloody
Beers
on the Piss.
And welcome back to the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast, brought to you by Bluebet.
That's Klutz, I'm Das. We are the Bloody Brilliant Beers. We started out reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations that you'd more than likely hear from the front bar at your local. And Klutzy, where are we on this fine evening, my friend?
Mate, Monday evening, we're in at the Caxton Hotel.
We
It's
are.
lovely. Bit later than
I was
usual.
going to say, usually we're a bit earlier than we are, but we're here a bit later this evening. We'll get into that shortly, but this is our On The Piss podcast. Thank you for joining us if you are. This is basically where my mate Josh and I just have a beer and chat shit for the next half an hour to an hour, depending on how we feel. So welcome.
Yeah, mate, it's good to be back. You're looking great.
Really?
You're looking awesome.
I feel fucked.
Yeah.
I feel absolutely fucked. I've never felt a feeling like this before in my entire life.
Yeah, no, I understand why. What have you done on the weekend?
So on Sunday, it's currently Monday evening, and on Sunday I completed my first marathon, which was the most fucked thing I have ever done in my entire life.
Wasn't the best conditions you could say.
It was hot as fuck. It was so hot. And from anyone in Sydney who talks about how good Centennial Park is, for people listening, I did the Sydney Marathon. It's a shithole. And I'll be happy never to go back there in my life.
Yep.
Imagine just like a footpath. Yeah, there was trees and stuff, but most of it, well, at least half of it, not in the shade. And it just like looped back on itself. So it was just like fucking torture. I reckon there's probably 10 to 15 Ks in there.
That sounds
hot.
terrible.
And also like people talk about the 30K wall, very real thing. And that happened to also be in Centennial Park.
Fuck, I wonder why they set it up like that.
Maybe torture. I don't know.
You'd think if you're trying to get 15,000 people to finish a marathon, you'd probably make it a bit easier.
Yeah, that's it. It was so fucked. I got lulled into such a false sense of security. It was actually so lovely. I put up a Instagram story in the morning before I went out on the BBB Instagram page.
Yeah.
And people were responding to it, being like, fuck yeah, rip in, blah, blah, all day. And it was just coming up on my watch as I was running, which was awesome. It was like, got me fired up. And then you and a few of the other boys were texting me as well, which was awesome. But I got lulled into a false sense of security when you sent me the first message being like, you're killing it. I was at about halfway, and I feel like most of it had been downhill up until there.
Yeah.
And I was fucking cruising. Like, it dead set felt like I'd just started. Like, you know, you'd think it would get progressively harder and harder and harder, which it did. But at the 21K mark, it felt like
so good.
I had only done a kilometre, and I was like, I'm going to fucking brain this thing. Like, this is simple.
Good.
In my head, I was like, 30K wall. I'm going to make that my fastest K just to like spite everyone. And then the next 15Ks was just pure torture. Like absolute torture.
I remember I genuinely had my face glued to that app all day, refreshing it. I was checking you, Rach, Tobler, Ned, and Scope to see how you guys are all going. And there was one point, it was actually pretty funny. I don't know if you saw the messages coming through. It was probably around the 10 to 12K mark. I think you and Rach had been going together.
Yeah, and we split off.
You went ahead for a bit.
Yeah.
And it looked like she was ahead for a bit.
Dude, I split off from her, and then my little brother texted me something, I can't remember what.
Yeah.
And I just used like dictation on my watch to be like, can you check Rach is going all right? I left her further back. And he responded being like, she's in front of you. And I was like, what?
Yeah. It was wild, bro, because you were ahead by 200 meters, and then it said that she was ahead like 400 or 500 meters.
Yeah.
And then there was just a huge gap that started.
Yeah.
And we were like, fuck, what's happened here?
Yeah,
like, either Rach has hit a wall or she's fucking fallen down or maybe didn't want to shit herself, so she's gone to the toilet.
Yeah.
Which is very fair.
I think the app was playing out because my brother said the exact same thing to her yesterday. But yeah, defeated her, which was nice.
Yeah, always lovely. See, I was my last message I sent you was like 1K to go.
I had like 3K to go.
Yeah, because I had a look, and on the app it said that you had a K to go with like 5.5 minutes.
Yeah,
and I was like, nah, he needs this.
Yeah, was this to get under 4K? To get under 4 hours? Yeah.
And then I just saw your thing started going backwards. I was like, so you fell over and rolled down a hill?
Yeah. When you text me, it was like 1K to go. I was like, no, I wish there was 1K to go. Literally just near there, I was having, so my left knee was fucked and it was hurting, but my left hamstring and both of my quads were cramping. No. And I was trying to push through it, but I actually couldn't. And I was like, I just need to stop and stretch. And I was like on the side of the road stretching for a bit, which helped. But like, I was so determined not to walk. And in my head, I was so confident. Like, I held basically my pace right up to the 32K mark and then every water station was really congested. So I got to 32 and I heard the great and powerful Ned Brockman on a podcast say, if you walk before the 30K mark, you're in big trouble. So I was like, I'm definitely not walking before the 30K mark. So I got to the 32 water thing. It was congested. I was like, I'm just going to walk through here, grab my water, hydrate up. Because I was making sure I was stopping every time because of how fucking hot it was as well.
Yeah.
Hydrate and then keep going. And then as soon as I took off, I was like, I should not have fucking slowed down. Like, should not have stopped. And then my pace dropped dramatically and I managed to hang on to the 35, 36K mark. And then I was like, I've got to walk here. I'm fucked. Even the slightest of uphill was just like,
it'd be absolute
game
torture.
over. Yeah, it was
absolute
fucked.
fucking
There's people
torture.
dropping like flies too. It was fucked.
Now, there was a fella as well. I don't know if you heard this, but shout out to Mitch Garling. He's in the Punters and Dribblers. And he said that he was hosting the entertainment stage at the hot corner of the Sydney Marathon.
Yeah, I know the hot corner well. Yeah.
So the course runs right past me a couple of times, giving out love to the Goers Run Club.
It goes past at probably the 18K mark, which most people are probably feeling good, but then it came back at like the 35K mark.
Is that where you ran past Ned?
No. It was way further back. I ran past Ned. Yeah. This was like, so you ran over the bridge from the north side and then down around, not like the eastern part, like you went right, if that makes sense, when you come off the bridge.
Yeah.
And then you loop back around and that hot corner was basically next to the bridge.
Yeah.
And then you went down and did all the park shit back up and finished at the Opera House.
Yeah.
So where that corner was sort of like between the bridge and the Opera House. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, he said here, if there's any inspirational stories or maybe bets between friends, let me know because it'd be good to track it across the day and get the crowds involved.
Yeah, because he had a microphone and shit. Yeah.
So I commented on here.
Oh, God.
My little friend Darcy is trying to go for a long distance run without shitting himself for the first time. And it's been wigging him out that so many people may see him shit himself. Maybe a bit of a clench those cheeks encouragement / chant would be good to help him. Cheers.
Mate, I don't know if you saw, but there was an article about the fucking toilet chaos at the start.
Yeah, it looked fucked.
Yeah, I got there, I was like, I need to shit. Because we stayed in the city and you had to get to the north side. So I had to get the train across in the morning.
That's fucked.
And as you said, I had so much head noise about shitting. I got up early to try and shit before we left. Got there, I was like, I need to shit. Looked at the lines, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to shit. So I literally said to Rach before we split up, I was like, if I have to stop to shit, don't wait for me. Like, I don't want your time to be impacted because I need to fucking shit.
Yeah.
But managed to hold it in. But it was so fucked, mate. Like, towards the end, I literally just said to myself, if it's uphill, I'm walking. If it's downhill, I'll run. And I just like let myself fall. And as you came around the last bend, probably the last 1,500 meters was all downhill. I don't know if you remember when we went to have a beer at the Opera Bar that day. It's all down that one hill into like the cul-de-sac. So the finish line was like at the bottom of the Opera House.
Yeah.
And I had music playing all day, but like not loud because there's crowd and people fucking... There was like bands and shit along the way. It was mad. It's like soaking it all in. And then the last 1,500 meters had some RL Grime mix just like making my eardrums bleed.
Yeah, good.
And I was falling down the hill and every part of my body was like screaming at me. It was so fucked. And like the signs was like 400 to go, like fuck yeah. And then you just like head down, look up and it's like 300 to go, like oh my God, that was the longest 100 meters of my entire life. Like even the Ks at the start, I was like, oh fuck, we've done 8 Ks. That was simple. And I was like, oh, we're up to 17. I was like, I'm flying here. And then it was like 31 and then you look like 31.3.
Yeah.
31.8. Like holy shit.
Well, I reckon it'd be worth seeing how far to go when you're that far. Like, you know, 100%. 200 meters, you just be like, your body would start going, just stop.
Yeah. Well, I reckon the other hard thing as well that I struggle with the most mentally was like, I knew the 30K thing was going to be tough. Got through there, got to 32, had a little walk, and I was like, okay, if I can just get to 35, then I'm home, right? 7Ks. And then I got to 35 and I was like, holy fuck, I can't walk like another 3 meters, let alone run 7Ks. Like I am cooked.
That's so fucked.
So cooked. But it was sick. And I saw heaps of frothies on the run, like yelling out to me and shit. And so many Hello Sport Goers Run Club shirts. And everyone was just fucking screaming at each other and fucking.
See, that's fucking awesome.
It was mad. Yeah.
There's something about coming together for physical activity that is fucking sick.
Yeah, it was even just coming together for anything. But it was mad. I went 4 hours and 8 minutes. I really wanted to go under 4 hours. And that was the other sad thing because I was tracking in front like the whole way.
Yeah.
And my watch showed me my average splits. And I knew I needed to, 540 was the splits I needed to get 4 hours. So I was like 530, 535, 530 the whole way. And every time I walked, it just slowly ticked up and up. And up, and then I saw the 4 hour pacer run past me, and I was like, "I'm going to catch that cunt at the end." And I had nothing left.
Fuck.
So I'm going to have to probably do another one to go sub 4, but I need a fucking breather for a bit because my body's cooked.
My whole thing, I've always been like, now crucify me listeners, if you don't like this. I've always been like, people that do a marathon are just fucking gimps. Like, why would you put yourself through that? You'd have to be the biggest gimp in the world.
Yeah.
And point in case you've done it. But no, it is genuinely like a monumental achievement.
Yeah.
I would say. Like I'm fucking super impressed.
Yeah, thank you. It was
super proud. I was just like the whole day there going, Darcy's at 12.2 Ks now. Like, oh yeah, he's gonna be finishing. Like, I went round to mum and dad's after the markets with Caitlin's car because dad was checking something on it because obviously don't know anything about cars.
yeah, well covered on this podcast.
We had heaps of shit. I got an inspection tomorrow morning on the rental and had heaps of shit to do at home.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, we're going to do this. But like, we're going to crank it out. I reckon I sat at mum and dad's for half an hour just going. And then I was strolling through Safari trying to find a finish line video.
Yeah, like a live stream or something. I don't know if they had one.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, that
sucks. That was really shit.
Yeah.
Sydney Marathon, if you're listening, which I know you are.
Grow up.
Fucking get that sorted for next year
Yeah.
because it's a pivotal part.
Also, Goo Energy and ASICS, if you're listening, reach out because We Got the Chockies boys, I went down and watched their live podcast on Friday.
Yeah.
Goo Energy flew them down. They didn't even fucking race, for one. And then on the way out, this bloke comes up, loves the pod. I work for ASICS. I'll hook the boys up with some shoes. I was like, oh fuck. How good is that? I was like, can I please have a pair?
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, but
please reach out.
Yeah, it was fucking so tough.
You're from anywhere, reach out.
Yeah, well, I actually, my shoes are dead, so I need some new ones. So would love to reach out. But 4 hours and 8 minutes, mate. How you feeling about the tattoo challenge?
Yeah, look, the more I think about it, the more fucked it is.
I spoke to someone from Domino's today and he's like, does Josh know that it's physically impossible to eat that much food?
Well, we're going to have a crack,
and I was like, have you ever seen Josh eat? Because I have.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolutely fucked task, but I hate losing.
Yeah.
Like, I hate losing. So
the thing is, I was so pissed mainly because of this bet that I didn't go under 4 hours. But then I was like, what's 8 minutes?
Yeah. Well, what happened last time? You know what I mean?
True. I didn't shit myself. That's confirmed. So you're not allowed to vomit.
I'm not allowed to vomit.
Yeah, I reckon a vomit counts as a loss.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, and I did need to shit, so I had to hold it in.
If I get towards the point of feeling like I'm going to throw up because of the sheer volume, I'll just stop and call it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to push myself to throw up.
Yeah.
Because I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
So stay tuned if you're...
I'd rather call it quits than throw up and be like...
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not going to say I'll enjoy the experience, but...
You're not going to push yourself
up
that far that you're going to hate the experience.
It's like I was
like me, I could have potentially run through what I had and gone into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't. I could have shit myself, but I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Came close.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit scared, to be honest.
It'll be good.
It's so much fun.
Stay tuned for it. We've got some planning to do, but there's gonna be a live stream and potentially even a live location for people to come and watch the thing. But other than that, how was your weekend, Josh?
Excuse me, mate. Not too bad. I had a pretty chilled one actually.
Yeah.
Did do something monumental though.
Yep.
Saturday morning.
Yep.
6:30.
So early for you. On a Saturday.
On a Saturday it is, yeah. This is going to come as a shock to a lot of long-time listeners here.
The true OGs will be most shocked by this, I think.
Anyone that follows anything to do with sixth grade football.
Yeah.
But I did some training.
Does this count as pre-season?
It's very, very early.
The season's only just ended.
Bro, it's literally...
Or is this more of a post-season?
I think this is just, we need to do something about ourselves season.
Yeah. This is not a season. This is a fucking...
No.
This is a lifestyle.
Now, a lot of people that I mentioned this to already have said, you have ordinary rig in November.
Yep.
Now, I think no amount of training that I do in the next 6 weeks will help me not be not ordinary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's more than just your rig as well.
Exactly.
Like, that's obviously a big part of it, but like, you're a fucking ordinary bloke.
The most ordinary
You're a good
person.
bloke. You're a great bloke,
Just
but you're
very-
also ordinary as fuck.
I eat plain chicken. with sometimes a bit of feta if I want to spice it up.
Still an apprentice.
Still an apprentice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love piss.
Love the piss. Love me mates.
Yeah.
Love the misso. You know,
Just an ordinary bloke.
love a bit of footy on the weekend.
Yeah, fucking oath.
It's really good.
Love a punt here and
But
there.
yeah, I've joined up with a few of the boys.
Turned a corner.
Sixth grade. Well, we were sitting there a few weeks back. I think I mentioned it as well before the third grade final, having a few drinks as a sixth grade cohort, and just all the boys that always rock up. We're all together, and we're like, "Fuck!" Like this is like the last time during football season.
Yep.
And like it's so hard to see each other outside of because
all together it is. Yeah.
because you have to put in so much effort in the off season.
Yep.
So that you can have those times during the season, so
Yep.
that your misso isn't off you.
Yeah. But even just planning, like everyone knows they got Friday night footy, so they
Yeah.
don't put anything in the you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you want to do
It's
this, like,
so
oh, I got
easy.
footy. Yeah.
So now we're doing 6:30 every Saturday morning at Jeeps in the gym for the sixth grade boys. So there was 7 or 8 of us down there the other day, and it was circuit training.
Incredible stuff.
I rocked up and thought, oh yeah, do a bit of bench, do some curls,
That'll be it. Yeah. Just all the important stuff.
all the important shit on display.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny yesterday when I was at Mum and Dad's. Mum's like, oh, have you been slimming down? I was like, and Caitlin goes, one gym session. She's like, oh, you going back to the gym? And I was like, yeah. I was like, also, I'm at the heaviest I've ever been in it. I was like, yeah. So what
Are you blind?
I was like, what the fuck? What did I used to look like? If this is looking slim, I must have had.
What colour were you wearing?
Oh my god! You get the moo on. Fucking hell, man! But I was like, thanks,
Thanks, but
it's
really not.
It's not the right
Quite
thing.
the opposite.
But yeah, doing a bit of circuit training.
Yeah.
It was completely fucked. We did 2 different circuits, 4 exercises each, 4 sets. 1 minute on each thing, so it was a 4-minute circuit.
Must have been, so 8
Holy
minutes
fuck.
of exercise in total?
No. It was like fucking half an hour.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
4 minutes of each
yeah.
exercise. Yeah.
So, and it was fucked. It was so cool.
How you feeling now? Like, when was it Saturday? It's currently Monday.
I'm feeling a little bit better now.
Dude,
my gut was proper sore though.
There's actually nothing more painful than after you do your first hard workout, after not having done anything for ages. There's so many random muscles like your fucking guts that you just don't know that you even have.
I know. I definitely know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
abs.
Yeah.
Myself
somewhere.
Myself and Milf Hunter paired up together, and we're doing the
Clash of the
exercises together. So good. But you know what was funny? When I've gone to the gym in the past,
Was it open air circuit? They would have needed a fuckload of oxygen in that gym.
yeah, bro.
You in the middle after
It was
sucking in the big
It
ones.
was pretty funny. They had Park Run on.
Yeah.
I was on music, so I was just playing fucking chopped
Hectic
back.
shit, yeah.
I was like, I'm still so fucking tired and asleep. I'm
Yeah.
just going to play heavy EDM to wake myself
Yeah.
up. And most of the fellas are a bit older. And at one point, I think it was Duncan, he's like, so when are you going to play an actual good song? I was like, righto, cunt. I'm just trying to fucking liven it up here a bit.
Yeah.
All these
Get the
people
blood
going
going.
past, and they're just like staring in at us. And
Yeah.
they're just a couple of sloppy
Sweating our
rigs, just
rigged holes
sweating
out,
it.
yeah.
I thought I was going to yak after the first circuit, after the first set. Legs were fucked. Everything was fucked. But, yeah, it was really good. Really, really good. Had the music pumping as loud as we could. Yeah, so we're going to be back next Saturday. And we're looking to introduce a 9 a.m. yoga session on a
Interesting.
Sunday.
Get a bit mobile.
Yeah, so Shorey's missus was going to run that one. So, yeah, it's, look, we all figured we probably need to do something in the off season.
Yep.
And
Good that it brings everyone together as well.
it's great. It's good to catch up. Probably
Yeah.
start doing brekkie and stuff somewhere.
Yeah, get a coffee after.
But yeah, might start doing some little updates for everyone. I also figured there's this boxing fight coming up
Yeah.
next year, I believe. So I probably need to start getting in some sort of shape for that.
Yeah, we need to do some sort of boxing training. Hey, I couldn't
Yeah.
punch my way out of a wet paper bag.
I
was
reckon
thinking
if I could lose 20 kegs, I'd be one of the most unstoppable people. In
yeah,
the
100%.
Southeast Queensland
Even though
region.
force equals mash times acceleration, like
Yeah.
you'd probably be able to generate more acceleration with you.
More acceleration with the mass in my arm.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Tom Dahl talks about the Yabby pump.
yeah,
I'm the fucking creator. Boom, boom, boom.
This bloke is the creator, you reckon?
Yeah.
I was thinking we could even fire up
Manufacturer, sorry.
the BBB Run Club.
Yeah, fucking
I was going to do the race I did on the weekend, but all my runs were long as fuck.
Yeah.
So I can't do this weekend, but maybe next week. We'll have a think this week, and then on next week's pod we can talk about it.
I reckon I'm just going to call myself out this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not running this weekend.
No.
Because we're going to be fucking blind.
Yep.
But
Big time. I don't know if you know this, but I'm going away to play golf on Sunday as well with a few of the boys.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Where at?
Coralbin. Don't even know where that is.
Where is? Oh, okay.
Don't know. I just said I'm not driving, so someone else's problem.
Yeah.
Speaking
right.
of nearly yakking, I did actually yak in the marathon.
Did you?
Yeah. People especially towards the end, just hold shit out, like random people. This bloke had Coke. He had a huge 3 litre bottle of Coke and just like disposable cups, and you just like lock eyes and they're like, yep, do you want it? People with hoses, like super soakers.
That's sick.
I ran past this one dude and he's like, who wants a squirt? And I was like, fucking hit me.
Cunt.
This cunt ran along next to me, just like spraying me in the face with his water bottle. But this lady had a Allen snake out and I was so hungry. Grabbed it, bit it in half, chew, swallow. I was like, oh, that wasn't good. Second half of my mouth and I was like, oh, that really wasn't good. And I literally like put my hand in my mouth and pulled out all the chewed up snake and threw it on the ground. And then just went,
oh my
it was just like water all over the road.
That is so
it was
fucked,
mate.
Did you see many people yakking and shit?
Dude, it was a fucking graveyard.
Yeah,
like
right.
people on drips left, right and centre. It was insane. So many people going over. Like it was fucked.
You know what's fucked? When you say that, the times that you've been at other things and you've seen some people that we know that do marathons, out on the piss the night before and then going and running a marathon.
Wow.
How come?
Dude, that's like, there's people fucking walking at like the 7K mark. And I'm like, how are you going to finish this thing?
Yeah.
Because it nearly killed me and I managed to run 35. Like, anyway.
I think, excuse me, you brought it up the other day, but the fact that Tom Birmingham did it without running more than 10Ks is actually proper impressive.
It took him like fucking 6.5 hours though.
Yeah.
So, but still.
Yeah.
You get that.
It's still fucked. Did you see Tobler?
No.
No, he looked fucked.
Yeah, he did look fucked.
Proper fucked. But no, that's good, mate. That's really good.
Thank you. If you're listening to this, please let us know who you think put in more effort on the weekend. Josh with his half an hour circuit or me with my 4-hour marathon.
Honestly, the half an hour circuit, which draws out to an hour when you put in breaks and drink breaks, was one of the toughest carries that I've done.
Just the mental tenacity on display.
It's been 2.5 years since I've been at a gym, I think.
Yeah.
I quit doing gym a couple of months into my apprenticeship because my body shut down on me during a football match, which was fucked. So I gave up gym, obviously, over football because gym is a lot.
Gave up gym over drinking, gambling, eating shit food.
Exactly. Like, you know, the gym's pretty bad for you when you think about it.
Maybe you should take up smoking.
Why not? If
Throw
there's
it in
any
there.
tobacco companies out there, we know you can't sponsor in a legal manner, but
Brown paper bag deal.
yeah, exactly. And then if we
Reach out.
go through the brown paper bag on the podcast, well, fuck, we might burn the Caxton. So,
It'll be outside sponsorship only.
yeah, it will be. It will be.
Okay, Clutzy, something happened to me last week. Do you break wind?
Yeah.
Nice.
See if anyone picks up on that beforehand.
Something happened to me and during the week, last week, and it was so fucked. And it hasn't happened in a very long time. But being the time of year, I think there's going to be a lot of people out there listening who've experienced something similar or will experience this.
You broke your banjo string.
No, I don't have one of them. But I was out in my local park, walking along, headphones in, minding my own business, having a great day. And all of a sudden there was a huge, what felt like gush of wind from behind me, my right ear, which quickly turned into a shadow in front of me of a fucking magpie that was swooping me. And it was fucking terrifying.
It is so terrifying. Bro,
Has it happened to you?
I got swooped the other day at work.
It's fucked.
You know when I did that video with the Logan water?
Yeah.
I got swooped as I stood up from that.
It's fucked. Those things don't leave you alone, dude. It rattled me so hard. I turned and ran the other way.
Yeah.
But was so scared it was going to follow me. I was doing one of my last runs before the race on the weekend, which was only supposed to be like 6Ks. And then I ran like 500 meters the wrong way and I was like, fuck, I still have to get back to my house, which is through the Magpie area. I was on edge for the rest of the run. Every time I saw a shadow or something, I was jumping around. It was fucked.
There's something else that happened during that, wasn't there? Like where you saw some people and told them about
Yeah,
it?
these little kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like 3 school kids, and they laughed at me, and because they saw me running, and then 2 minutes later, I looked behind me, and they were like scattered across the oval of the school, being chased. I was like, "Suck shit, you little
Suck
gimps."
shit, fuckheads.
But yeah, it's fucking terrifying, and like I feel like if you haven't been swooped, you probably wouldn't understand how terrifying it is. My heart was fucking racing, didn't know what to do, rattled me.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's sort of just part and parcel of being an Australian, especially in September.
Yep.
I wanted to do a blind ranking with you because it got me thinking. For people who don't know, we've done these a few times on the sports show, but basically I'm going to give Klutzy 9 things that pretty much all Australians experience growing up, and I want you to rank them from most scary to least scary.
Oh, shit.
And you're obviously not going to know what's coming next because it's a blind ranking, so that's sort of how it works.
There's something in my head straight away that I feel like you're going to try and stitch me up with at the end.
See, I don't think I've stitched you up with that much, which I'm annoyed
do you
at
want me
myself.
to tell you what I know what it is?
Yeah.
Putting your head in a hole, doing Fear Factor.
No. That would have been funny,
that's
but
the
no.
number one scariest
I don't think
thing.
any of these are like
Stitch ups.
well, not like maybe slightly stitch up, but then none of them are specific to you. Like most of the kids growing up in Australia would have experienced these things. So 1 to 9, number 1 being most scary, 9 being least scary. Let's kick it off with magpies. Being swooped by a magpie. Where are you
as a
ranking that?
kid, I'd probably put it as a 3,
Okay. Well, I'm talking.
or just in general.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do it in general or as a kid. I'm just reading them all.
Well,
let's go
I'll
as a
put it
kid.
3.
Let's go as a
Okay,
kid.
I'll put it
Yeah.
3.
Okay, 3. Fair enough. Pretty terrifying, but there's plenty of shit out there that's probably more scary than that. What about really hot sand at the beach that you have to walk across?
Oh, I'm going to put that as 8.
8. Okay,
It's
not
not
scared
really
of it.
terrifying.
Yeah,
It's just fucking sucks.
big tough guy over here.
Yeah.
What about blue bottles at the beach? Ever been stung by one?
No.
I've never been stung by one either.
You know what? I'm probably more scared of blue bottles now than what I was as a kid. Just
Dude,
because I
same.
don't want to get stung.
Same. I see them and I'm like, get me out of the water. And people are like, it's only one. I'm like,
It's
they got
that-
fucking long ass tentacles.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't say I'm terrified of them. I'm going to put it as a 7. But I was going to
7?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I was going to say.
I'm way more. You've only just put that above really hot sand.
Yeah, because I'm not really that afraid of, even though I don't know much about the ocean, I'm not
Okay.
that afraid. But I was going to say, as you get older, I feel like you get more scared
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
because you know what's going down.
Dude, didn't put this on the list, but green ant bites. I got bitten by a green ant
petrified.
pretty recently. Fuck, it hurt. And I was like,
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and you'd get this in the backyard and it would not slow you down at all. You get 3 or 4 of the bastards and be like,
Yeah.
whatever, I'll just keep playing. I got one recently, I was like, I'm a fucking fully grown man. You have to go and put ice on my toe.
Yep.
Like, kills me.
It's fucked.
But I'm very surprised that you put blue bottles as number 7. Because,
Yeah, okay.
dude, if there's even a hint of a blue bottle in the surf, I just won't go in.
I look at up at Woodgate, dude, I saw some and was like, oh, yeah.
If they're on the
No, like
sand,
in
I
the
won't.
water.
Yeah, but even if they're on the sand, I won't go in.
Yeah, right.
Fuck, I can't believe that you're such a brave man.
Feel different.
Yeah.
I just want to feel something.
What about the home ice cream truck's bells?
Oh, 9. I was
One
not
of the
scared,
great sounds.
not scared of that at all, as you can see.
Quite the opposite. Something about that ding ding though fucking gets me
fuck.
excited. I heard it the other day. I drove past my house.
Dung, dung.
We used to go so often as a little kid that he would pull up outside our house, stop, and just keep ringing if we didn't come out. Like, I know you're fucking in
That's
there,
so
buddies.
good. What's got me worried here is I've got 3, 7, 8, 9. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What about huntsman spiders?
Um,
I'm talking a big fucking brown one too.
spiders.
Huntsman,
But a
keep it-
huntsman.
can't hurt you.
I never really had an issue with spiders growing up, so I'm going to put that as a 4.
A 4, yeah, right. But you
Yeah.
won't share a drink with someone. That's interesting. Huntsmen scare the fuck out of me, bro.
Yeah.
I hate spiders. That's probably my number 1 is huntsmans.
Yeah, right.
So scared of them. Well, not
Dude,
spiders in general.
I think I've spoken about it before, but from when Dad worked in PNG, found that very rare butterfly, got
Yep.
all those things. When you walked into our house, there used to be a photo frame with a fucking huntsman, with a bird-eating spider, a dead one pinned in it.
Fuck.
And whenever Henwood would come around, he knew it was there, but would still get scared.
Yeah.
Every single time he walked in the door because this fucking spider was right on the wall as you walk in.
I'd probably be the same. What if it comes back to life? Picture this. You wake up one morning for school, make yourself breakfast, put the toast in the toaster, get the Vegemite out, no Vegemite left.
Oh. Jesus.
Terrifying
What
stuff.
have I got left?
You've got
2,
1,
5?
2, 5, 6.
Okay, I'll put that as 6.
6, yeah. Fuck. What about bindies?
Oh, dude. 2.
Bindies in the lawn.
2.
Terrifying
I
stuff.
hated bindies.
Yeah, they are fucking pretty
Right,
terrifying.
and what to go to the next level for most people that I spent a lot of my time as a younger kid out on the farm,
Yep.
particularly school holidays. There's these fucking thistles.
Yes, dude.
Holy stinging needles and stinging nettles. Oh my God, man. Your whole foot would go numb.
That's enough to make you never want to play in the backyard ever again.
You just go fucking running.
And the worst is when you step once and you're running and you land on it and you're like, oh my God, but you can't slow down.
No,
You're like, and they're
dude.
everywhere.
And it's fucked.
you've got to take another step into it
Mate,
to get out of it. It's
so
fucked.
shit.
Terrifying.
I have a specific memory of my cousin Kyle. He's
Yeah.
2 years younger than us. And we were at Laidley when my grandparents still lived there. And we just used to be little terrors to each other.
Yeah.
But there was always so many bindies on the front lawn out there. And I forgot what we'd done. I think we might have been fighting or something, and I've pushed him backwards, or he's tripped, and he's fallen back, entire back
my God.
from ankles to head, covered in bindies,
Oh.
and like big ones. So when you
Yeah,
pull
like
them out, there's like little bits of blood and shit.
Yeah, they're the worst
It
ones.
was one of the most gnarly things I've ever seen. I've never heard someone yell so much in my life.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're getting bindies in the fucking backyard at home. We have to fix it. You have to spray them or something.
Yeah,
I don't even
no
know what you
good.
do. Okay, so you've got 1 and 2 left.
That was 2.
Okay, so you've got 1 and 3 left.
1 and 4.
No, 4 was Huntsman Spider.
What was what was the first?
Oh no, sorry,
thing you said?
Magpies was 3. So what have we got? 1 still left. 2, 3, 4. So yeah, you've got 1 and 5.
Okay, cool.
Lime flavored breakers.
5.
5. Okay. Fuck. Interesting. So you're more scared of lime flavored breakers than blue bottles.
Yeah, apparently.
Fair enough. They taste like shit.
What's my number 1 biggest fear?
Do you reckon you can guess? Something every Australian would have. Well, I think every Australian would have experienced. A terrifying, terrifying thing. It's not sharks in the ocean.
Is it anything to do with water?
No.
Pissing the bed? Because that was my biggest fear as a child, because it happened every night.
I'd say as a child, not as an adult, but yeah, sure. No, Clutzy, your number 1 fear growing up in Australia was that your tuck shop would run out of Pizza Roundas.
Yes.
I mean,
I
it's
used
funny
to
how
hate-
things work out, isn't it?
But it's ridiculous, you know? Like, when you go
You know
and
how
put
many
your tongue-
students are here?
There is nothing worse than having someone come over and be like, hey, you've got to come and check what's on your order because we're out of that. It is the
Sure,
worst.
like, do you reckon they're doing forecasting for school tuck shops? Like, surely that, it's
You'd think so.
Tuesday.
You'd have
we're-
a spread chart.
Yeah, and surely you're ordering overs, right?
Yeah.
Like Tuesday, we know we're going to sell 100 pizza rounders, so let's
Yeah.
make sure there's 150.
Yeah.
Because if we don't sell them all today, they'll eat them tomorrow.
Yeah, they will.
Friday's coming. We sell 300 every
Oh,
Friday.
mate. Fuck. And particularly at the Mara's tuck shop.
Oh,
Bro, shit used to go so quickly.
I know.
Oh.
Breakers gone.
Chicken burgers.
Gone. Chicken burgers.
The
Oh.
meatballs once they brought that in.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Fuck. Oh, our tuck shop used to be elite too.
Yeah, it was. Before that, even after the health change, there was some
Still some
great
good stuff.
elite
Yeah.
things.
You get
The
like 2-minute noodles and shit.
meatballs with a chocolate breakup was,
Yeah.
was a deadly
I
combination.
forgot about the meatballs too.
Oh,
brother.
no.
Fuck
I-
me, so good.
You never forget about the meatballs.
I'm going to have to go find some of them tomorrow, I reckon, somewhere.
Fuck.
Anyway, thought I'd just see what you were and weren't scared of. So
Yeah, right.
if Clutzy's coming over, make sure you got the pizza rounders ready.
Yeah. And it's all right. If you got blue bottles, chuck them at me.
He doesn't give a shit, apparently.
Yeah. Das, I got asked a very strange question by my missus the other night.
Yep.
And I was really confused.
Often it's concerning when Clutzy starts a story with a statement quite like that.
Yeah, now...
Because I don't want to know what the fuck you guys get into.
No, exactly. There's a lot of weird, wonderful things that we get into.
Because I've heard some of the normal conversations you've had, and they're weirded by a lot of people's books. So when you preface something by saying, I got asked a weird question, my mind instantly races.
Yeah, we had a bit of an interesting weekend, Caitlin and I, and the thing that wigged me out the most was she asked me how often do I think about the Roman Empire.
And what was your response?
I think about it fuck all.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, why would I think about it? She's like, well, there's this trend on TikTok. I was like, here we fucking go. It's a trend on TikTok of girls asking their partners about how often they think about the Roman Empire. And so many blokes apparently think about the Roman Empire once a week at least. Now, why?
I've got no idea.
Like, do you?
No, shit, no. I couldn't tell you the last time I thought about it. Well, apart from when I've seen this trend, I don't think I've ever thought about the Roman Empire.
No, and like, fuck, if I've played a video game, like, you know, Rome Total War, maybe I think about it because it's a thing. So good, bro. So good. Age of Empires,
when you had, like,
that sort
proper
of shit.
armies and you fucking go,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
game was
See,
sick.
that was fun, bro.
That game was sick.
That shit's good. There was a really funny one, though, of a bloke asking his boyfriend how often he thought of the Roman Empire. And he's like, never. Like, why are you asking me this? And I never think about it, blah, 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 blah. What made it so funny was in the background, they're walking around Italy and the Colosseum's in the background. He's like, I never think about it. Well, what about now? He goes, why would I think about it now? The Colosseum's right in the background. And he goes, oh, because we're in Rome. He goes, yeah, but why else would you maybe think about it? It's like, oh, it's the Colosseum. And it's like, yeah, fuck. You really think, dickhead?
Yeah.
But it seems to be something, and like we were watching a TikTok before, and it was like all these people. There's like a guy that listens to it thinks about it every 7 hours, daily, all this sort of shit. There's a dude
4
that has a
month.
list.
Yeah, do
like,
that. Yeah, that's fucked.
It's so weird.
It's got to be an American thing, right?
You'd think so, but I know we have a mate. We might try and call him in a bit to see if he can explain to us. But so we might call him.
I'm just gonna try and hook my phone up. Feel free to keep talking.
No dramas. But yeah, we just thought it was a bit weird, but had a bit of a discussion, and we're like, what's something that we think about often?
Yeah. What is our Roman Empire?
What is our Roman Empire? And Das,
a couple of Aussie battlers.
Well, you have, I think, one that we genuinely think about and talk about all the time.
All the time.
There's 2 sporting ones, actually. There's one that we didn't talk about before, but your one.
Peter Siddle's hat-trick on his birthday.
We speak about it on this podcast way too often.
All the time.
Like, all the fucking time.
Almost every time we get on the piss, it comes up.
Yeah. Now, you know what I think our other Roman Empire is?
What?
The 2020 Maroon State of Origin team.
100%.
We probably bring them up weekly.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking probably some other ones on the podcast that we have is this mere country of 26 million.
Yep.
We think about the population of this country almost weekly. It's been a while, but...
we talked about it today.
Yeah, we did.
When we're saying Australia bats above its weight in every sport except for rugby
union.
Yeah.
This little country of 26 million really needs to get behind that sport.
Yeah.
That's another time. But there's so many different things. I genuinely think about the ocean every week.
Yep.
Whenever I drive over a bridge, wherever I see a body of water, I just think, what the fuck's in there?
Who knows?
Like I'm not even taking the piss here. I went over the Riverside Expressway this morning and was like, man, there'd be a fuck ton of sharks right there.
Yep.
But how do you know how many
Dude,
sharks
I did that in Sydney on the weekend. Fuck, there'd be some bull sharks in the harbour.
Bro, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bulls on bulls.
Bulls on bulls.
It's crazy. But like, I don't know. I think they're definitely our podcast ones.
Yep. As Australian males, or not even males, Australian people in our generation, I think the Peter Siddle hat-trick would be one that's well spread as well.
New South Wales people probably think about the hurt that Queensland brings
8 straight.
upon them. 8 straight. That's something that's not easily forgotten because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Much like the chicken man.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Like me on the touch field.
Yeah. Still one of my favourites. That's another clip that I need to go back and watch again.
Yeah. One of the greats.
But yeah.
If you're out there thinking about the Roman Empire or Peter Siddle's hat-trick on his birthday.
Can you guys let us know why?
Yeah.
Like, we actually want to know why.
I'm genuinely interested.
Some people are saying, like it's a pivotal part of history and like a lot of things have happened because of it.
You could argue that about Peter Siddle's hat-trick on his birthday.
Fucking oath. Who else has got a hat-trick on their birthday?
Very pivotal part.
Don't know. I don't think anyone else has got a hat-trick on their birthday because no one talks about it.
Yeah, exactly.
No one thinks about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, reach out. Let us know why.
Yeah, we'd love to know.
Das, there's something I forgot to mention about my weekend, actually.
Yep.
I had a great weekend with Caitlin.
Yep.
Really, really good weekend.
Love to hear that.
Did the market Sunday, did some Chermside, did some shopping. But there was one thing that she was really pissed off about.
Oh, no.
Now, she's like, Josh, you know what it is. Why can't you find it? And I was like, fuck. And it just
what are
really
we
killed
talking about?
it just really killed the mood, right?
Yeah.
We've been having such a good day.
Yeah.
Started, you know, I thought we were going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't find it.
What were you looking for?
The clutterer saluted us once again in the Chermside car park. Now, I'm usually very good with knowing where I park my car. But the clutterist is the most elusive fucking vehicle. Dead set. I got out yesterday, stood up top of the car park and was like, fuck, where is it? She's like, how have you done this again?
Yeah.
How have you done this again? I was like, it's the clutterist.
This is why it's called what it's called.
Exactly. She's like,
as a female, you wouldn't understand how hard it is to find something like this.
For fuck's sake. She's like, this happens all the time now. Why can't you find the clutterist?
I'm trying my hardest.
No.
A little tip for young frothies out there.
Yeah.
When you go to somewhere like Chermside, to ensure you can always find the clutterist, and in life in general, to ensure you can always find the clutterist, stick to what you know.
Yeah.
Park where you always park.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
If you're good at it and you've got it down pat.
Parked in a different spot to what I usually do. And it really threw me off.
Don't try anything funny.
Tested some untested waters.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out. And maybe sometimes you can.
Yeah.
But maybe when your girlfriend's
It's good to experiment a bit, but do it solo.
Do it. That's exactly what I was about to say. Do it solo when there's no one else to disappoint.
Maybe watch some videos. Like I don't know, there's probably going to be some instructional videos in parking at Chermside. So
yeah.
There's a lot of instructional videos about finding things that you don't know much about.
That's it, but just in your own time when there's not, you know, so you don't disappoint anyone else.
Yeah.
Take some alone time, try it out. If it works, bang, maybe introduce it to a significant other.
I did have the thought because obviously clutterist does sound like clitoris.
Oh, so I didn't make that connection.
I was thinking about hitting up our good friend from the sports show, Donald Kark. Because he's a mad finger banger, so he might have been able to give me some tips on how to find the clutterers. Been doing very well for himself lately. Shout out to him. But
maybe we can ask him on tomorrow's show. Tips for finding a car. He won't be listening to this either. So see, if you're listening, tune into tomorrow's show and see what he says when we ask him for tips to find your car when it's parked in the shopping centre car park.
We could get really weird with it too.
And he'll have no idea.
Set the car up.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, yeah.
Shout out to the clutterist and all those who know how to find it.
Yeah. It's a very elusive beast.